I just want to welcome everyone today. Thank you so much for being here if you're joining in live, or you may be watching a recording of this after the fact, but we're grateful you're with us either way. My name is Will Wadley. I'm the Marketing Director for Spirit Commercial Fitness. And today's webinar is focused on how you can use 21st century tools to help your gym thrive. This webinar is part of a series produced by Spirit Commercial Fitness. Its goal is to provide aspiring fitness business owners with all of the tools that you need to get started in the fitness industry. As I said, produced by Spirit Commercial Fitness, which is a sub-brand of Diaco International. If you haven't heard of Diaco, it's a global company. We employ thousands of people. Spirit Commercial, what we hang our hat on is our industry-leading warranty and our vast network across the United States. I'll introduce you now to the rest of our team behind this series. We have Brent Brown. He's a Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Spirit Commercial. Mateo Baker is our East Coast Regional Sales Manager, and of course myself. Rundown of what you can expect in this next hour. We'll have a presentation from our special guest speaker, someone we're very excited about. Then we're going to introduce you to our mentorship program. We see it as kind of the next step to getting started in the fitness industry. It's a free program that we've had a lot of people sign up for in the last few months. So we're really excited about that as well. And then we have a live question and answer session. And in this Q&A, it's really easy to leave us a question. All you need to do is if you just look, sometimes it's at the top of your Zoom window, sometimes it's at the bottom, but there's a symbol. It says Q&A below it. And if you click that, you can actually go in and type any questions that you have. No question is a bad question. And at the end of the webinar, we're going to look at all of those and do our very best to answer every single one. So please take advantage of that. Let's introduce you to our guest speaker, Joanna Tabor. She comes to us from ClubWise. It's a cutting-edge club management and billing software. You know, there's a lot of these out there, but we believe ClubWise is one of the best. And she's going to be giving a presentation today all about how you can use tools, how you can use software to run a fitness industry. There's so many things you can do now. And it's so much easier to use these tools than it was even a few years ago. And it's kind of essential nowadays if you're going to be opening your own gym or fitness studio. So we're really excited to have Joanna with us today. And I'm going to bring her into the webinar right now. So give me just 1 second. Joanna, I hope you can hear me all right.
Yep, I can
There
hear
we go. Okay, there we go. There you are. And how about that camera?
Yeah.
There we are.
Right. Bear with me a second.
Sure.
Right. Okay. Is this
How are you?
Is this my cue? I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, this is your cue. Thanks so much again for joining us today.
No problem. It's fantastic to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to deliver my presentation. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, of course. All right. So I'm going to turn my camera off now and hand the keys over to you. And I look forward to hearing everything you have to say.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. And thank you for stopping my presentation. Before I get started, I can't see my slides. This will. Sorry. So there we are. Okay. So just before I start, I'd like to give you a little overview about ClubWise. So ClubWise is an easy to use all-in-one club management solution for fitness We launched in the UK in 2001 and very recently expanded into the US. And we now currently support more than 1,000 fitness clubs across the US, UK, Ireland, and Australia. So we have one goal at ClubWise, and that is to help remove the administrative headache that comes from running a gym. And whilst also helping to improve member retention by helping clubs to deliver a great member experience through the use of our technology. So we can just click the next slide. Perfect. So now you're familiar with ClubWise, getting to the reason that you're here. So during this session, I'm going to run through some of the key features included in gym management software and the benefits that implementing this technology can bring to your business, and their benefits. So I'm assuming you've stopped by today, perhaps because you're a fitness professional looking to open your own facility, or perhaps you already own a facility and you're looking at how you can streamline and reduce your administration. I mean, whatever the reason, hopefully you'll come away from this session with a much better idea of how gym technology can support and enhance your business, along with a few considerations as well for when it comes to choosing the right technology solution for your club. So here's the agenda, so you can see what we're going to cover off. I'm going to try and keep it succinct. I do have a habit of rambling, but I'm sure Will prompt me. Okay, so what is gym management software? So when we refer to gym technology, what we're really referring to is gym management software. Gym management software is a platform of tools that can help you centralize and streamline facilities operation. So it can help you be more profitable and more efficient, and help you make data-driven decisions, automate your marketing and your billing, and lots more. So we're going to cover off all of these things as we move through. But ultimately, having the right gym management software in place can really free up your time so you can focus on doing what you love, and that is supporting your clients or your members. Because let's be honest, no one comes into the industry to, slim down office administration or overhaul accounts receivable. But there is no doubting how important these back office, backroom functions are for your business. But obviously there's more important purpose to the work that you do. So let's look at how the software can help you free you up from the mundane tasks and help your business thrive. So essentially, what we're going to cover off is member acquisition, streamlining membership billing and payments for better collections and improved cash flow, staff prospect and member management, how you can deliver a great member experience so your members stay longer, how you can manage your booking and scheduling, including class timetables. If you have PTs, how you can manage your PT calendars and other bookable services, and also how you can track your business performance. So first things first, member acquisition. So we've just sort of going to run through some of the key features that are really going to help you get those members through your doors. We're going to kick it off with pre-sale. So if you're close to opening your new club, you may want to do a pre-sale. Pre-sales are great for creating excitement in the market and getting a head start on building your membership base. But to run a pre-sale, you do need to have technology in place to help you sign up members, make payments, and capture that all-important prospect data. The reason I pulled out pre-sale here is because good gym software should provide you with flexible solutions that allow your team to do all these things while on outreach, when they're out and about in the community. And a good integrated staff app, for instance, will allow you to capture prospect data, sign people up on free trials as guests, and allow you to sign up new members there and then. And this leads me on to digital joining solutions. So digital joining technology makes it really easy for prospects to join your club from wherever they are at a time that suits them, essentially, which is going to help considerably when it comes to driving membership sales. Another benefit is the member sign-up process becomes completely digitized. So no more paper-based membership forms to sign, which obviously you then have to find somewhere to file. When we say digital joining solutions, what we're referring to is online joining and in-app joining. So online joining allows your prospects to sign up to your club via your website, making for a much more convenient and seamless experience for the member. New members can sign the membership agreement online as well, digitally, and then usually they would just receive a copy of that document directly into their emails. So there's no faffing around with bits of paper and stuffing it in their bags, and it's all just done electronically. It's an easy, low-fuss joining solution, which is ultimately going to help you drive more membership sales, because essentially you're making it accessible. You're making it accessible by having this technology in place. As I mentioned, alongside online joining, you have in-app joining. So some of the more advanced gym technology also provides in-app joining, and this allows members to simply download your club's member app from the App Store or the Play Store, and sign up directly in the app. This is a really cool end-to-end joining solution, actually, because once the member has joined through the app, they then have access to all the features within the member app. So they can view the class timetable, they can book classes, they can set their goals, and providing the app has like check-in technology, they can also check into the club easily on their first visit. So this type of technology is perfect for millennials, who make up like 30% of fitness club members, and takes this level of self-service and accessibility. The other important feature or technology feature for driving new membership sales is member referrals. It's having something in place that's going to automate member referrals, because your members are your club's strongest asset, and you need to put them to work for you. So more than 90% of people trust suggestions from family and friends. So getting current club members to refer their friends and family and colleagues to your gym is a really simple and inexpensive way to boost referrals. But that's not to say that referrals are going to happen on their own because people like your gym. You really have to start by setting up a strong referral program, or a member loyalty program with a referral element built in. And good technology can make this really easy. So integrated loyalty programs are great, because they really help to incentivize those referrals. Members can earn points for every referral, which can then be exchanged for rewards, or however you want to set it up. And essentially, good technology can really help you automate that referral process whilst making it really easy for members to make those referrals. And yeah, so we're on the right slide. So, okay, so moving on to free guest trials now. So good sort of technology should provide you with the ability to offer free guest trials to the prospects, so they can try before they buy. The ClubWise feature, shameless plug here, does actually include conversion prompts within its guest features. So if a prospect signed up to a free trial via the member app, once that free trial has elapsed, the app will prompt them to join now, which automates like a core part of the sales process, which I'm sure you'll agree is pretty cool. And then finally, within the member acquisition piece is prospect management, which kind of ties everything in together. So prospect management is a really important module within a gym management solution, as it lets you store all your prospect data in one place, and it allows you to market to them regularly, and make calls and things like that. So more advanced technology includes a feature called a task list, which automatically sets tasks for members of your team, including follow-up calls and emails. So if a lead comes through from your website or referral, the follow-up task will be set automatically, so no lead will then ever fall through the cracks. your team has no excuse not to follow up. Okay, so moving on to billing and payments. There we are. So a club management system with integrated billing is a really good option, and thoroughly recommend it to all clubs, no matter what size, because then all your billing becomes completely automated, and it frees up a heap of time, because actually most of the bulk of administration comes from that billing function. So having a technology solution in place that can help you to automate all of those manual processes, whilst also optimizing your cash flow, is a no-brainer. It also means that you're not having to manage with Excel spreadsheets and to keep track of what's coming in, who's paid, who hasn't. It's all managed for you. And a lot of providers also include automated past due process as well. So whereby the member is sent automated communications, including like missed payment reminders and overdue notifications, directly to their email or their mobile device, which is really great, because again, this means that your team aren't having to spend time chasing members and having those really awkward conversations that nobody really wants to have. So yeah, I mean, integrated billing also provides real-time, reporting on your KPIs as well, and revenue generation, and obviously that's really important for being able to focus your efforts in the right areas. And secondary spend as well, retail. Being able to take member payments online or in-app is really beneficial for retail and secondary spend items. You can essentially create your own club store and sell merchandise, retail, or additional chargeable services as well, very, very easily, providing obviously a very welcome boost to your bottom line. So the next slide. So when you're looking at, when you're in the process of choosing a payment technology provider, it is important to make sure that they have the right accreditations. And some of the key ones to look for are PCI compliance. So this confirms adherence to a set of standards for credit card security and protection. And these standards were created to ensure a secure environment for businesses to process cardholder data. And in the UK, if you're in the UK and you're going to be offering your members the option to pay by direct debit, look for providers with FCA accreditation. So the FCA stands for Financial Conduct Authority, as you can see on the slide there, and it regulates financial companies which provide services, financial services to consumers, to ensure they meet all the necessary requirements, which are very strict, to safely and securely provide that service. And lastly, we've got information security certification. This is an important one because it shows that the provider has met super strict criteria and has processes in place to safely manage your members' financial data. Very important one. Okay, I think we're going to move on to managing members and staff. So choosing a solution with membership management means you can ditch all the paperwork for good and easily manage your member information in one place. Much like the prospect management we covered earlier, you've got no need for finding it ever. So it just helps everything just feel more streamlined and efficient. The same applies to staff management as well. Your staff members are, they're a key component to the success of your gym, and effective management of your team is critical. So within the staff management area, you can set schedules and store important staff information. It's also a really good tool for providing insight into how your staff are resourced and in what areas their time is being spent. So you can look at staff utilization and manage that. And moving on to marketing. So marketing, I mean, the fitness industry is a very competitive space, I'm sure you're all aware, and attracting new members to your club can be really challenging and, quite frankly, quite overwhelming. But, you know, having good technology in place can actually make marketing much, much easier and enjoyable. Good gym technology will likely include a campaign manager tool, which is like an email platform. So think kind of like MailChimp, that kind of thing, but it's fully integrated within your software. And that then allows you to create and send your own marketing campaigns via email and SMS, or, you know, if you're lucky, mobile push notification. So, I mean, you can set up and schedule campaigns for seasonal promotions. And if the feature has a promotional code tool, then you can send out promotional codes to your prospects and allow them to add that in during the online process, which is really cool. You can also send them information on new classes and new instructors, and basically you can schedule lead nurture cadences for different prospect segments that go out automatically, so you don't even have to think about it. It's like a set and forget. It's a very powerful feature, and it really allows you to manage your marketing really efficiently. I'd say look for tools with like a easy to use drag and drop editor, and industry leading features that include like personalization, video integration, and full performance tracking as well, because you really need to understand what campaigns are working well and what aren't, so you can refine and improve your marketing over time. So we're going to look at marketing automation. So these are essentially automated communications. So like an automated CRM, which is customer relationship management, if you haven't come across that before. This tool will literally save you hours every week by sending communications automatically to your prospects and your members based on like certain triggers that you set up in the back end. It allows you to deliver a personalized experience with like maximum impact by scheduling these automated tailored emails and text messages, and even calls can be scheduled as well through this automated CRM at key stages in the member and prospect journey, or even based on like member behavior. Some of them are like really intelligent tools. So an automated CRM does offer the perfect way to onboard new club members as well. So if you think, you know, you can have like a series of emails that are going out based on certain triggers, so like a welcome email, then I don't know, like a week later, if they haven't visited the club, you can send them an email that's going to prompt them to visit and, you know, highlight the benefits of exercising within a week of joining, you know, that kind of thing. And also good for re-engaging existing members who have stopped coming in. So there's a lot of opportunity and benefit there. I'm going to move on to the member experience now. Can we just go to the next slide? I doubled up on slides here. But I mean, essentially, retention is one of the biggest challenges that clubs face. And as you can see on the slide here, it can cost 5 times as much to attract a new gym member than it costs to keep your existing members. Even a 5% increase in your member retention rate could increase your gym's profits by anything between 25 and 95%, which I know is vast in terms of the difference, but that's according to research by a company. Essentially, it makes a huge difference. So delivering an exceptional member experience is a critical factor in improving your member retention, and having the right technology in place can really help you do this. So I'm going to talk about Apt Technology here. So as the benefits providing your members with an app are significant, it can significantly enhance the member experience. Your members are able to book classes and sessions with their fingers. They can gain access to the club by scanning the QR or barcode, whatever it is that the app has in terms of the feature. They can track their performance, set their goals, and a lot more to boot as well. And obviously we talked about the loyalty program, but yeah, we have the integrated loyalty program in there as well. That kind of really enhances that experience. So on top of that, a member app really helps to improve general communication between your club and your member, with the ability to send mobile push notifications and feed items. I know the ClubWise member app has a scrolling social feed, a little bit like Facebook, where members can like follow each other, and they can communicate with each other, and the club can send feed items directly to the feed on, you know, promotions or challenges and all sorts of things. So it's a great way to reach members, as they always have their phones on them, so they're far more likely to read the messages and engage with you in that way. I mean, the other thing really is to mention is that, you know, many members expect a fitness club to have an app these days. So it is important that you do choose a solution with an integrated, robust, feature-rich member app. So I will just touch on loyalty program. I know I've already touched on the loyalty program in the referral section, but in terms of the impact that it has on the member experience, it's pretty significant. Obviously, they're not just for incentivizing referrals. They are amazing for keeping your members engaged and motivated. So essentially, members can earn points for in-club activities, which can then be exchanged for rewards, and they can earn points for things like club visits, referrals, like I said, completing challenges, whatever you like, really. I mean, there are a few good stats on the power of loyalty programs from the recent US loyalty report as well. So 73% are more likely to recommend brands with good loyalty programs, and 81% say that loyalty programs make them more likely to continue doing business with brands, which I think is pretty powerful. So finally, still on the theme of Apt Technology, but this time staff-facing. So I know we mentioned it previously in the whole prospecting outreach section, but in an industry where personal interaction is the #1 success factor, it's crucial that you're available and visible to your members on the gym floor, where you can interact, build a rapport, and you're not, you know, behind a desk in an office, working through mundane administration tasks on the PC. So flexibility is really crucial if you want to meet the needs of your members. So choosing a club management software that provides an on-the-go mobile solution is key. So look for features like mobile member management, booking and class scheduling, so you can book a member into a class whilst you're walking around the gym, you're having a chat, and it just makes it so much easier to interact with your members. Staff management as well. You can include shifts and schedules and task lists, and you know, look at your dashboard reporting all on the go. Which actually leads me on to the next slide, which is tracking business performance. So the more you understand how your club is performing, from your lead conversion rate to your member retention rate, the better you will be at making the right choices for your business. For example, as you track performance quarter over quarter, you'll start to notice patterns and trends that will help you plan better marketing campaigns, more realistically forecast sales goals, and better manage the overall health of your business. But in order to do this, you need to have technology in place that provides that all-important insight into your business. And having one easy to interpret dashboard that covers all your key KPIs, for example, is probably preferable, because the sheer amount of data can sometimes be a little bit overwhelming. The KPIs on this slide here are probably the ones that I would be most interested in as a club owner. So we've got conversion rate there, retention rate, revenue per member, and active member. So moving on to considerations when choosing gym management software for your facility. So this is just a recap slide really to summarize what I've covered really fast in this session and also highlight the benefits of having this technology in place. So obviously I talked about the Apt Technology. Members expect you to have an app in place now, and having that flexibility of a staff app means that you're going to be able to deliver a much better member service because you're going to be out in the gym floor, you're going to be visible to members, and it's just going to be better in terms of the service that you're delivering. Obviously, will the software save you time? We talked about automation with emails, integrated billing, and membership management. And also, does the software help you with member engagement? We talked about the loyalty program, the member self-service via the app, and the automated communication. So will the software make your life easier? Yes, it will. So look for a system that isn't overly complicated. That's key. And make sure it offers a good range of training options as well. So by implementing an intuitive, easy-to-use system, you'll ensure that your team can be onboarded faster and up and running faster and servicing your members faster. And also frees them up, obviously, to support your members and get out on the gym floor. Look for an all-in-one system as well. I mean, it's by having, I know it's a bit an alien concept really to some because we're kind of finely tuned to think that integrations are benefit and integrations, multiple integrations is the way forward. But actually, having a fully integrated solution that provides everything you need under one roof, you're not going to experience integration challenges that arise when you're running multiple systems. You only deal with one supplier and one support team, and you only have one system to learn, like I said previously. So yes, that's it from me. Lots of information covered off there. I really hope it's provided some value, and I'm going to hand back over to Will now.
All right, Joanna, thank you so much. Yeah, you covered a lot, but I think that's just a testament to just to how much software can do for a club owner nowadays. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and I feel like I only just cover the tip of the iceberg really, because I could have gone so much deeper, but I wanted to keep it quite top line and just summarize some of the key features that the technology can provide. Yeah, well, thank you. It was terrific. Lots of great information. So, we're going to throw your contact information back up on the screen in a moment. And anyone who has questions for Joanna, if they want to send them by email, please feel free to. But of course, don't forget we have that Q&A button. We've already had a few questions come in that we're going to get to at the end of this, and we'll bring Joanna back on for that as well. Before that, though, we want to talk about the mentorship program. And for that, I'm going to bring in Brent and Matteo, and they're going to tell us a little bit more about this program that we're really very excited about. It's something we've had a lot of participation in already. We've already had a few graduates come through. And I'm just going to hand it over to Brent and Matteo now to tell us a little bit more about it.
Sounds good. Hey, can you start my video for me, Will? Please. It says that you need to start it. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm in. What's up, Brent? How are you, buddy?
Hey, good, Matteo. How are you?
Awesome, awesome. She was awesome, huh? She was she was
Yeah, it was
really
really good. Yeah,
yeah,
I've used a
super
lot of software.
informative.
Seems very easy.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when somebody, like I think we had mentioned earlier, when somebody has that English accent, I just want to listen anyway. I feel like they definitely know more. So
Right.
yeah, I found
Mhm.
that really interesting. So I guess now that we've been doing this a while and we're starting to get more and more folks involved. It's been a lot of fun, but every time it's important that you and I go through really what is the mentorship program, and you always break it down best. So if you would, can you please inform folks what the mentorship program is and what it's about?
Well, the mentorship program is really set up for people who are trying to start their own fitness startup, whether it's a studio or a gym or a boutique, anything like that. And we kind of come at it from a mentorship board or a board of directors and give good advice and point them in the right direction. And that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, and from the experience, and I think that it's kind of evolved over time. Who do you think that it's mainly for?
I'd say the people that this is probably most beneficial for would be like personal trainers, group class instructors, assistant managers, general managers, area managers. That's kind of the main part. People that have been in the fitness industry for a while that are ready to go to the next level. I mean, but we get other
Yeah,
people. We have lawyers who really have a passion for fitness, and we
right.
have, I mean, people who just really want to get into it, and they have a passion for fitness and want to get more involved. Like people who aren't necessarily in the fitness industry but would like to start their own cycling studio, for instance. So yeah,
Yeah,
fitness enthusiasts and people in the industry.
yeah. I mean, that's a great point. Like our last guest that we had, and Will tell everyone later on how to, if they want to look up that the last webinar we did. But Peter, he awesome, and this guy didn't come from a gym background like you and I, and his studio
Yep.
is doing amazing. So yeah, that's great. So what would you say are some of the most, or some of the the specific benefits of the program?
Well, we'll go over different things, but really the biggest two is we do an EC design floor plan with a walkthrough. That's really beneficial. People get really excited about that. It's probably the number one thing people ask about when they start. We help with
Yeah,
business plans. We have lots of other advice, like how to maybe talk to a commercial real estate agent, things like that. Lots of just whatever comes along. I mean, that's just the beginning part. We help with equipment
yeah,
selection and placement. But I mean, we also go through
yeah,
later, like helping you with your pre-sale, marketing, what kind of software fits your business, lots of things that people may not be aware of that they should know before they open a
yeah.
business.
Right, right. And so based off of that, we have the business plan and the 3D plan. Those are probably the most tangible benefits. Did you want to expand a little bit maybe on that?
Yeah, well, here's, right on the screen right now is one of the floor plans that I made up. Just this kind of just a gym that I made up that I can just go through. This would be a floor plan. Somebody comes to me with their ideas, and I'll custom make it to what it is, the type of gym they
Yeah,
have. Sometimes they have a space already, and they want to know how to put the equipment in there, how it fits. I mean, we'll design the office. I mean, this is really fun for people to see their their idea come to life before they really have to commit any further, like to an architect or things like that. You
right.
can see I can customize a lot of posters. I can put things on the screen if they've got like they've already got a logo, brand name. We can put that up in different places. Choose color. So many options. We're gonna, and as we go through here, I'll kind of explain some things. This is like we can do like kickboxing. There's so many things that we could do that we didn't do in here. This would be like our Johnny G bikes. This is a cardio theater I put together. I can make it to really whatever people are looking for. There's lighting, accents, and there's special lighting. There's duct work and more, so many things. And then you can see all the equipment we have here. We have our well, actually, let's go to the aerobics room first. This, helps people figure out how many people can you fit in the room, where will you put the equipment, and you can see this is quite detailed for graphics, and it gets better. This is just, it's as good as the computer is, and as good as right now the internet is, but you can get it really sharp, almost looks real at times. And then outside, you can see we've got a full line of our cardio, our selectorized equipment. We've got plate loaded equipment back there. We can really access anybody's equipment. So if there's specific stuff people want that we don't necessarily include in our product listing, we can get that and put that in here as well. And then upstairs, we have all of our cardio equipment. So we've got treadmills and ellipticals and rowers. And anyways, this is just all stuff we have here. I can put some more TV stuff. I actually should have put more televisions up here. I didn't really do that. Said I chose the models that have the television on them. And then a good overview of the floor here. You can see down there, I got a little kind of like a functional zone there in the middle. And then on the left, you can see all the cable equipment and free weights and stuff like that. So that's kind of explains this.
Well, what I have found is that when we're going through these programs with folks, after you create this, their energy level goes here, right? They're like,
yeah,
okay, now I see it, right? It really brings that vision to reality.
Yeah, people get really excited. That's really the most popular part of the program. I mean, it's kind of like the business plan. The business plan is not popular because it's a lot of work to write a business plan, but we still have that can help people with their business plan, especially if they don't want to write them themselves. And so the business plan comes up with some really interesting and good things to help guide people as well, which is probably going to be your next question was about the business plan. So sorry about jumping ahead.
Right.
So I mean, but this EC design, this is what people really love just because, it's visual and it's fun.
Yeah. Well, I am going to ask if you could touch on that. And then after that, I have a couple more questions that I'm already getting a cue from Will that we can't keep our guest on too long because she's a part of the Q&A. So.
Okay,
so go ahead.
So the business plan, it's, it can be 50, 60 pages. We put floor plans and images and charts and all the financials and everything. It's very detailed, and it helps. It's really a roadmap to help people to help develop their idea, help get financing, right? Both of the walkthrough and the financing, not only do they help with financing if you need to talk to an investor, but I mean, obviously you need a business plan to get like an SBA loan or any loan from the bank. So those are necessary.
Right.
And that's it. There's a lot more about.
No, I'm sorry. I know there's a little bit of a lapse, so I apologize for talking over you. But I think what's important about the business plan and our special guest today is that the fact there's a lot of ways that software can help with your business plan, right? Because there's a lot of the financials and your projections and your trajectory and all that's important.
Well, you and I are both, I mean, one of the reasons why we have this mentorship board is we have tons of experience in the fitness industry. And like Joanna was saying, I mean, the software is the backbone of the business side of your gym. And I mean, you have to organize it, and it does all the work for you, and it keeps it organized. So choosing your software is very important, and you have to have software. I mean, if you're running it off Excel sheets and yellow notebooks, that's not good. So
exactly. And you would be surprised. I mean, folks, even with nice gyms that you walk in there but they just have no clue about the software, and they didn't organize that from the beginning, and it's fatal. It could be fatal. Okay. Anyway, we won't spend too much time on that. We'll bring Joanna in for that part. But I guess I have the last two questions is how long does the mentorship program take generally?
Yeah, the mentorship, I mean, so usually when somebody conceptualizes a gym to the time of opening a gym, I mean, you're talking about at least a year. So, and we don't rush, there's no rush on the process. So the beginning part of getting the business plan and the EC design and everything together, that could take 6 weeks, 2 months. It really depends on how fast it needs to be done and how often the other person wants the mentorship attendee wants to go. But usually, let's say 6 weeks to 2 months for that. But then opening the gym, that usually comes about 7 months to a year later.
And how much does this cost?
So we do the mentorship program for free. Everything, the EC design, all the help, all the direction, everything, that's all part of it. We don't charge anything for any of that. Our hope is that when we're done, we'll have built a relationship. We'll give you good information. You'll have seen our equipment. It looks good in your gym, and we hope you'll choose us as your fitness equipment supplier. Only caveat is that so if you want a business plan written, we do have a partner that he's a freelancer and he writes it for $500. So we don't do that. I'm not much of a writer, so I'm not going to usually do 50 pages myself. But this guy does a really good job. Usually a business plan is $2,500 or more. So.
Okay. And so I guess probably people that are watching, they're probably wondering, well, what's in it for Spirit? What's in it for us? Why do we do this?
Yeah, like I said, what's in it for us is we're becoming a good part of the neighborhood, the fitness neighborhood. We want to be a part of the community. We want everybody to look at us not just as a sales organization that's trying to sell this equipment. We want to be the whole part. We want to be a partner. And we know it'll bring goodwill. And we love doing it. Mateo, you've opened and run your own gyms. I've opened and run my own gyms. It's really gratifying to help people start their fitness projects. So, but yeah, other than that, what's in it is we hope that you'll buy our equipment when everything's done and you're ready to open.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, then why don't I invite Will and Joanna back, and then we'll get to later with you on, how folks can apply if they want to get involved in this mentorship program. But Will, why don't you guys come back in if you would? Please.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll bring Joanna in a sec, but right on here on the screen, if people can see it right there, the easiest way to apply is just go to spiritcommercialusa.com/mentorship. And we'll send a link out to the sign up page as well, but just want to emphasize it's a free program, and it's really like an excellent way to get accountability and support and resources if you're someone who's actually serious about opening their own gym. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for explaining all of that. We actually, we've had a few people graduate recently from this program, and got some testimonials from them.
I feel like it's a college course into writing a business plan, kind of in Cliff Note view, in your own pace, and simplified versus making things complicated.
One of the most helpful things that the mentorship program has done for us is help us visualize what our gym is going to look like. Brent actually helped us build a 3D model of the gym, complete with equipment, with lighting, the paint on the walls, everything from decoration to functionality.
And then after that's all put together, then they do like a flyover of the 3D, so you really feel like it's a space that's there, but it's not there.
Anyone who invests in your business wants to know what your vision is, and the best way to do that is through an actual visualization. So reaching out to mentors, people who've done it before, anyone who might have knowledge that can help you is a great tool. And I think the mentorship program is a really good way to accomplish that.
All right, so
awesome.
That's the mentorship program. Okay, we are just down the home stretch. It is time for Q&A, and we've had several really good questions come in. The first one is from Leslie. And Leslie, or Joanna, I should say, this question, I think all of these are really going to be primarily for you. But Leslie asks, is there anything in your system that will allow me to track my personal training clients' progress?
Because we are a software solution predominantly for a brick and mortar gym, we do have personal training within our software, but it probably doesn't go as deep as, say, Trainerize or My PT Hub. We do have the member app, which has workout programs and the ability for trainers to push tailored workouts to their clients. But in terms of tracking progress over time, depending on what type of progress you're looking at, I mean, we do have a body composition integration within the member app as well, which allows trainers to track the competition progress time. So if that's something that would interest you, then yes. But I think a specific PT product, you're probably better off looking at our sister company, My PT Hub, who provides a fantastic training software app that would help you track and manage your clients really, really effectively.
Okay. Okay, great. Another question. This one's from Mark. He asks, is this platform better for a big box gym, or is it more suited for a smaller studio, or does any size fit all?
I think it's actually perfect for all types, all sizes of facilities, actually. I mean, we have recently just launched a feature that allows members to book into multi-sites. So we can now provide our software platform to multi-site franchises or multi-site operators. So originally we launched, our target audience was small independent owner operators. But yes, I mean, ClubWise is a completely scalable solution, and I think that comes from being all in one. If your membership base is grown and you're struggling on your reception to manage the number of members, then you can obviously, like I mentioned in the presentation, you can implement QR code check-in and an online booking to really take the weight off your reception staff. So I think it predominantly, like I say, it's targeted to smaller independent owner operators, but it's a scalable, robust solution that works across all sizes. I mean, we have clients across the whole spectrum. We have small studios, PT studios, all the way up to multi-site franchises. So yeah.
Okay, great. Another question, kind of a technical one. Jonathan asks, what is the percentage of the billing What is the percentage of the billing EFT? What percentage of the billing EFT do they take, or do you take from handling the billing? And how would that compare to competitors?
Okay, yes, that's probably more of a sales question than a marketing question. But yes, it depends, basically. It depends country you're in. So if you're in the US, we use PaySimple as our payment provider. And I think it's 1.99%. But I would need to double check that, but it is around that. And in terms of direct debits, it's 60 pence per direct debit. So that depends as well on volume, processing volume, and there are lots of it's not set in stone. It's obviously to be negotiated.
Yeah,
we consider ourselves we consider ourselves competitive within the marketplace. So.
Sure. Yeah. I have another question for you, actually. What stage of, for people who are just starting a fitness facility, at what stage would you recommend they get some kind of software, maybe one like yours, integrated? Like, would they actually start subscribing?
I would say once they have their physical premises. I think, well, I mean, you don't even really have to have a physical premises, but I just think that's quite a good time in which to implement the software. I mean, you could still, for instance, if you're not opening for 6 weeks or something, you can still sort of have the software set up, because it's cloud-based, so you can use it on any device anywhere, so it doesn't really matter. But I think as soon as you want to start your pre-sale, essentially that's when you need to have the software in place, because you need to have technology in order to take those payments and capture prospect data and sign members up. So as soon as you are in a position to start selling memberships, that's when you need to have the software in place.
Yeah. Okay. Brent and Mateo, we have a question for you about the mentorship program. It's actually one that's kind of similar. Like, where do you need to be as far as starting with a program and in terms of opening your own gym? How far along do you need to be in the process?
Take that,
Sure. At the very beginning. So we help people make up their minds. So sometimes people will think they want to be in the industry, but they're not sure where to start. So we can help with that. Like, find out what you know, what you've done, what's your interest, what kind of options are out there. I get people just say, hey, I want a 2,000 square foot place and not quite sure what I want. And then we have to go through and find out what their personality, where do they live? Are they in a rural market or urban market? I mean, there's so many options. So we can really go start at the very earliest point.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Well,
and we're finding it actually happen that way, Will, where people are coming in at all stages.
Yeah.
We've had people who've had like the business plan already ready. They've already had locations found and then bring Brent and I in. And we've had people who have just like in the concept stage, right?
Yeah.
Well, and we have a lot of people that change their mind along the way. They might have a group of people together. They come up with a big idea. Either the place they were looking at is leased out before they get a chance to wrap it up, or a couple of their investors have left, and they go from a huge 25,000 square foot facility to, hey, what can we do for 12,000 square foot? So we've seen a lot of changes along the way, and because of the business plan, because people find out, oh, well, if I have a partner and I have to split it up 6 ways, oh, that's not very much money for me. So people will change even their idea because of how much money they're likely to make as a partner.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And that's a great point. And I know we're running out of time, but that is a great point, Brent, because Will, and I think this is important for folks to know, is that, look, don't get discouraged if you start big and a few partners fall off, or maybe, an investor falls through, and, it's easy to get discouraged and just bag the whole program. But what we have found is that some people just downsize, even if they're doing something, it's a trainer and they're doing something out of their garage. I mean, it wasn't too long ago, Brent, we all put together, all of us here, we had that webinar with Tito, and look at Tito, he's killing it out of his garage. He's got a bunch of celebrity clientele, and he's, he's doing as good as anyone. So
he gets to keep it all for himself. He's not splitting it with the gym now. So he's actually his gym size went way down and his profit went way up. So that's what a business plan does, and that's what having the space for visualization does. Bigger doesn't mean better. Sometimes if you cut off 5,000-6,000 square feet, sometimes you raise your profit, by 12-15%. So learn a lot along the way.
Okay, so it can be at any stage and at any size.
Yep.
All right. Well, guys, I think that brings us to the end of the webinar. I want to just thank everyone again for tuning in, and everyone who stuck around. Let's actually put this slide back up one more time. This is how you can get in touch with Joanna and with ClubWise. Be sure to keep an eye out for a follow-up email we're going to send, and in it will be a link to ClubWise's website and more information that you can get. And Joanna, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're actually offering some type of special right now. Is that right?
Yes, thank you, Will. Yes, we're offering a Black Friday deal at the moment. So we're offering a month free to anybody that signs up, or anybody that books a demo before the end of the month. So yes, it's a great time to.
Yeah, and so if you're someone who's tuning in right now, or who's watching this, and you're at that phase that Joanna described, where you're having physical space and you're ready to sign members, isn't a better time to maybe get your software solution in place? All right. Well, hey, thank you so much again, Joanna. Guys, thanks for being here to talk about the mentorship program, and thank you everyone who's tuned in today. Be sure to check out Spirit Commercial Fitness on the internet. We are in a lot of places in social media. We have a YouTube channel we're very proud of. There's lots of informational videos there about getting started in the fitness industry. One last time, if you're interested in the mentorship program, please don't wait. Go on to that landing page, spiritcommercialusa.com/mentorship. This program is free. And as you can hear, it offers quite a bit. If you have any other questions for us that come to mind, don't hesitate to reach out. You can send an email to info@spiritcommercialfitness.com. Well, everyone, thank you so much again. And you have a great rest of your day.
Bye, everyone. Thank you,
Thank
Joanna.
you. Thanks, Joanna.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.